Hello, I'm going to read from Psalm 127. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep. Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb a reward. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior are the children of one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. He shall not be put to shame when he speaks with his enemies at the gate.
Psalm 127, unless the Lord builds the house. The psalmist starts here strong. He worships the Lord in a way that acknowledges that he's the one we need in everything, all of our plans, all the details, and unless the Lord is in it, there's no point. It's vain. Our lives are made up with planning and details for future or just our daily routines that we have. And unless the Lord is the one that is behind it and over it, there's no point in it. For God is the purpose of our lives. He has made us to worship Him and to live for Him. And it is a blessing to know that He's the one building our house, that He's the one watching over us. But how many times do we find ourselves not coming to the Lord and saying, "Here, Lord, here's my plans. What is your will?" Because if you will, I will do this or that. James 4 talks about this. It talks about we do not know what tomorrow will bring. Our lives are like a vapor, and we should instead be saying, "Lord, if the Lord wills, we will live here and do this or do that." Do we have that attitude before the Lord? Even if a plan seems small and insignificant, do we bring those to Him? He wants it all. I love this part in verse 2 at the end of it. The psalmist says, "It is vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for He gives to His beloved sleep." And this is a beautiful reminder for us to find rest in the Lord. If the Lord is behind it, if He's in it, if He's the builder, if we brought everything before Him and acknowledge that it is Him that is doing it and it is Him that we need, He gives His beloved rest. We don't have to rise up early in vain and stay up late in vain just to toil over our basic needs, or to toil over any of life's needs, because the Lord gives us rest. We can trust in Him. He says, "Those who are burdened and heavy laden, come to me, and I will give you rest." And the psalmist also talks about children and how it's a heritage from the Lord and a reward even. And if you have children, if you are a parent, any good gift that God gives, we are to be intentional with. And I love how the psalmist talks about, like arrows in the hand of a warrior are the children of one's youth. That when we raise these children up in the Lord and we build them up in the Lord, they also become strength to us. Ladies, let our prayer be, "Lord, whatever you will. Here are my plans, small or big. What would you have? Because if it is your will, then I will do this or do that." And thank you, God, for every good and perfect gift that you give.